If you feel stuck right now in wholesaling real estate, if you go out here and feel like all your efforts you're doing, every effort, the cold calls, the texts, the trying for dollars, the door knocking, and you keep trying, you just feel like you're stuck, you're on this hamster wheel and you just can't keep moving forward, you're not alone. There are, I would say most wholesalers struggling at their first deal are in this stuck thing. There are a lot of people who have maybe done a couple of deals and they're stuck and they can't get past where they need to be at right now. And they just got to push forward and hit a new kind of just a new momentum or a new level in their wholesaling business. The truth is, if you're feeling stuck right now, I get it. I've been there. And what I want to do today is just have an honest heart to heart conversation with you on how to get out of this situation. I think a lot of wholesalers get in a rut. I think a lot of wholesalers go out here and they're always out here looking for the wrong thing. And they kind of get in this cycle of not having that change that they need to do. And so, a lot of these wholesalers are here, they're going to try the calling, they're going to try the texting, the drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, all these things, right? And you look online, everyone makes wholesaling seem so easy and so simple. And it's just this magic formula. It all happens, right? And I'm a victim of this sometimes. I do make wholesaling seem super easy and simple because it really is, in my opinion. But a lot of people make the results seem easy and simple. Now, the actual act of wholesaling real estate is a pretty simple one. It's not complicated, not crazy. It's pretty simple. But the actual results, it's difficult. It's hard. It's daunting. But it's not complicated what you have to be doing, right? There's no secret program you have to buy to go do this, right? I teach all my stuff for free. But making money online, it's not so easy and so simple that everyone makes it seem like. It's hard work, it's dedication, and it's the stuff most people, especially my generation, are lazy bums that aren't willing to do it. And so what I want to do is, first and foremost, kind of break down the common problems most wholesalers face and exactly what keeps them in this rut of being stuck. And, stuck can be you're doing 2 deals a month and that's all you're stuck on, right? Maybe it's the rut of being stuck doing no deals at all. And what I have found teaching hundreds of thousands of wholesalers how to get into wholesaling real estate is there's very common issues most people have. There's usually 3 main ones, I would say. And I've talked about this for a while, but there's usually 3 main ones why you are not getting to the point where you're got to be. And for most people, I can kind of audit your business and just say it like that, but I can't individually go to hundreds of thousands of people, and say, this is what's wrong, right? It's a common 3. And even if I do one-on-ones today, right, you're going to see people that need some help in their business. That's always here to help them make changes. The people hop on these one-on-ones, make life-changing stuff. But the issue is it does come into the common 3 problems. Heck, even in trying to get to $1 million a month, right? Like it's the same common issues because human beings are weird. We all think alike. That's how our brains work. And we have to start shifting the way we do things. And so let's kind of go to the most common ways and then the least common ways, exactly why you're stuck in this rut and how to get out of it. So the number one, I'll tell you, and this is just for honestly, you might not be in the situation right now, but for a lot of people, this is the problem. This is a lack of marketing. And I think a lot of people don't look at marketing the right way. They see all these wholesaling gurus say, closing's everything. Oh, you got to go out here and be the best cash buyer dispo person. And it's acquisitions and dispo, and that's everything, right? And just that's not what it is. Oh, I'm the best closer in the world. This is what you got to be focusing on. It's not. And I cannot stress this enough. The top companies, if you look at it's all marketing first driven. The most successful companies are always the best at the marketing side. It's never the acquisition side or the disposition side when you look at wholesaling, right? It's always the best marketers. Most 7-figure wholesalers are not elite acquisitions people. They're very elite at their marketing and they have average acquisitions people, and that's all you really need. The problem is when you have an elite acquisitions person and you decide that I'm an elite acquisitions guy, so it means I'm only going to be the acquisitions guy. Guess what happens when you're the only acquisitions person in your company? Then you only got one guy. Here's the cool part. In my company, when I have 4 or 5 acquisitions people, that's 5 people working 5, 6 appointments a day. That's 30 appointments a day when the average best closer out here can only close 4 or 5. And if my guys are 50% closing rate, They're closing 15. That'd be 15 versus the king going out here and doing 4 or 5. And so that means I'm making 3x more money than you. Crazy. But so it's not about the acquisitions, right? A lot of people think it's the disposition, but like if you get no deals, what's the point of dispositions too? And it all stems from marketing. You cannot make money in this business without being good at marketing. And so if you go to freewholesaling.com or free wholesaling course, the main focus here is going to be marketing. Because if you just suck talking to sellers, like absolutely dog water at talking to sellers, and you can kind of pick up a couple things in a couple hours of like what to say, I just have scripts to line out, and you can figure out marketing, you're going to be clean. Like you're going to cleanly make money. I mean, when I was 17 years old, made $20,000 my first wholesaling deal, not really knowing how to talk to a seller because I just had such a good seller and the marketing was better than the average, right? And so the lack of marketing is going to be your main issue. I think a lot of wholesalers have. And a lot of this, I would say, comes from a lack of accountability, just understanding your numbers and understanding what you have to do. And so if you're going out here and you got your operations right now and you don't know how many calls you've made in the week, you're set up, you're doomed. And so when I talk to people on one-on-ones and I'm like, well, how many offers you made last week? And they're like, 0. And I'm like, that's your problem. They're like, oh, how many calls you make? Oh, I don't know. How many contacts? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, I have no idea why you're broke. Shocker, because you don't even know your numbers. You have to know your numbers to see what's going on. It's like, honestly, it's like, if I'm a doctor or a nurse or whatever, and you say you don't feel good, and I check your blood pressure, or about, I don't know the blood pressure. Yeah, I don't know your temperature. I don't know your EKG, or they check your blood. I don't know what your blood results are going to be. It's like when you don't go off of the numbers, it's just like, what are you going to do? I guess got to amputate your arm, right? And so the truth here is a lack of marketing is going to be a huge, massive issue a lot of wholesalers are going to have that we have to make a change with. Now, the second problem I see, and this is a lot of wholesalers, and I think a lot of you guys can relate to this, and this is kind of sad for a lot of people, but it's true. You guys have the right effort, but the wrong plan. And what I mean by that is a lot of you guys are doing the marketing you have to do. You're going out here and you're doing the calls, you're doing the scripts, but the plan's wrong, right? Some of y'all are cold calling pre-foreclosures. Some of y'all are just doing the wrong market. Some of y'all are just doing on-market wholesaling and FSBOs only. And you're just like, why am I not successful? Well, the truth is, yes, you are doing the right effort, but you're doing it with the wrong plan. And for a lot of people, it's like fishing, with the wrong bait. You might have the best hook, you might have the best rod, the reel's perfect, but if you've the bad bait, no fish is going to want to catch it, right? Or is the other way around, right? You might be the most conditioned, athletic type of person, but if you have no conditioning, it's over, right? And so a lot of you guys have the right effort, but the wrong plan. And the thing is, it's the peanut butter and the jelly. If you have peanut butter on one side of the bread and jelly on the other side of the bread, you mix it, woo, amazing, great things happen. But some of y'all will have peanut butter on one side and then you put mayonnaise on the other side, and it's like, what? And they're like, why doesn't it taste good? Because you didn't put the jelly, you put mayo in there. It's disgusting. And sorry if I cringed you out there, but that's the problem. Wholesaling real estate is always about having the combo together that works really well. And so if you can get really good at your lists and really good at your marketing channels together, your marketing is great. Marketing is always two things. It's a list and the channel. If you have a bad channel, good list, you ain't going to make any money. If you have a good channel, wrong list, you ain't going to make no money at all. Right list, wrong channel, no money. But the decent list and maybe an average marketing channel, you make a ton of money. And so that's the main issue I see here. And when I talk about the wrong plan, some of you guys don't plan at all. It's sad. And what I mean by that is some of y'all wake up this morning not knowing what you have to do for your marketing. You're behind on the 8 ball. You should already have the next month or two set out of what you have to do. I have to drive for dollars these many leads. I have to cold call these many leads hopefully today, or do this much cold calling. I have to talk to these many buyers. I got to do this. You have to systematically know what you got to do. And the reason why you have to plan is if you don't plan, that is a plan to fail. You look at the greatest leaders of all time, the greatest military people of all time. They never ran into a battle or conquered a country. I feel like let's go to the right side of France today and let's invade that one. That's what I feel today. No, It's strategic. We're going to go after this. We're going to siege this port. We're going to do this. We're going to do a pincer formation here. And like, it's all planned out accordingly. You know why? Because they want to win, because it's life or death in these situations. But you guys, when it comes to you actually getting rich, you actually making money, you actually making a financial change in your own life, y'all don't care. It's like, oh, whatever makes me feel good. And you say you're serious about getting rich, getting out of poverty, getting out of being broke. You have to make a plan. If you don't plan, you are failing in this business. And so you have the right effort, but you're not planning things out. You're doing the wrong things. You're not going through the course. That is the problem. Now, the best way to get over the wrong effort, wrong plan is, I don't know what to tell you, just go through freewholesaling.com. Y'all literally today will not go through freewholesaling.com. I kid you not. There are y'all out here today that will still, to this day, refuse to go through freewholesaling.com. You'll skim through it. And a lot of people think I'm a broken record here. Every single time, at least once a week, I have a conversation with somebody, once a week on a one-on-one, and they give me a question. And they say, Zach, I'm not doing well. And I'm like, well, tell me what you're doing. And they're like, I'm cold calling. And I'm like, well, give me your script. Oh, this is Zach with the Zach Home Buying Company. And if we want to sell your property, talk to us in our financial team, and we can give you a consultation, and we'll have the underwriting team give you a look, and we're professionals. And that is the trashiest script I've ever heard. No seller's going to go with you there. Like, well, I kind of came up to it with myself because I want to be a professional. You're being a fake realtor. You didn't go through the course. Well, no, I didn't go through the course. Well, I watched 2 videos in the course, and I skipped the rest of it, and then I went and go watch my Netflix for the day and my TikTok scrolling. And no, some of y'all will just skip the course. It's ridiculous to me. If you skip on the course, you skip on your success. That's the way I got to look at it, and the way you have to go through it. I don't understand this. Some of y'all will never go through the course. Guys, the course is just the rule book to wholesaling. We had I talked to someone on Sunday on my the Zach Ginn channel, and this guy, he was really cool. He just did 6 deals. I talked to him. He did 0 deals. And after the end of the year, he wanted to talk to me. And he said, Zach, I know I don't post things. I did 6 deals from freewholesaling.com. Thank you so much. And he's doing great, right? He asked me some questions. And I love most people that make 6 figures in wholesaling. They never post a check. They never send me a testimonial. They just like, thanks. Like, they're quiet about it. I get it, right? It's just slow grind. But it was really funny watching him and talking to him, because I've always had this realization, and I always ask every single person, but I'm like, dude, all this money you made in wholesaling, like, was this from the course, or is it from you actually doing it? He's like, oh, it's from actually doing it. But he wouldn't know the rules of the game without doing it. And so what I mean by that is, by playing the game, you get better at the game. But if you don't know the rules of the game, you can never play it. And so freewholesaling.com is just, it doesn't guarantee your success. It just shows you the rules. So this is how you play basketball. It's like, oh, okay, so I can't double dribble. I can't, right? All right, now I know. Well, let's go play. And then you practice with knowing the rules. And then boom, you get better and better and better. You make money, right? That's how this business works. And so if you don't even know the rules of the game, how are you going to be good at basketball? You're going to be traveling, double dribbling, right? You're going to foul people. You not even know what a foul is, right? You don't know you don't know the 8-second rule, right? You don't know, you can't go back and forth on the court. Like, you don't know any of this stuff. You don't know what out of bounds is. You don't know what a shot clock is. You don't know any, like, you're going to be so far on the 8 ball than the average wholesaler who actually knows the rules of the game. That's it. So you have to go to freewholesaling.com. It's an absolutely amazing course. Teaches you how to do it absolutely for free. And that course has actually had a lot of issues because it was getting so much viewership that servers shut down, and I had to buy private servers on my own website and move everything over and spend tens of thousands of dollars doing this because I had so many people on here, because it works that well. And to this day, it's the largest wholesaling course in the country because it's the only free one. And it's a $7,000 course I get for free. Now, either your competition does it or you do it. So make that decision right now. And we're going to keep going to this, but I want you to make a conscious decision tonight or today or whatever, that either I decide to go through the course, learn the rules, get rich, become successful, or the 18-year-old kid who's living in his mom's basement right now, who lives a mile away from me, who's so sick of being broke that wants to actually retire his mom, let him do it and see what he does, because he wants it more than me. Because I've clearly don't even went through the course. I'm a lazy bum. What do you want to make that change? You can be a lazy bum and still, I still call you a lazy bum. It's fine, but you can make a change. It's your identity. It's who you are. You can always change who you are by changing your actions, changing your mind. And so not going through wholesaling.com is a travesty. But I don't really care, because, the guys like KJ on Sunday, right? He decided he doesn't want to be a broke guy anymore. And he decided, you know what? I know most people don't want to go through the course. I'm just going to go through it. Ain't fun, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn the rules of the road. 6 deals after a year, I think over 6 figures. And then boom, guess what? He's doing even more now. And so you choose exactly what type of wholesaler you want to be, a successful one or a broke one. If I haven't known the rules, how are you going to do well at all? I don't understand it. And so you want to get successful, go out here and do the work. Now, the next thing we have to talk about is accountability. This kind of comes back to knowing your numbers and actually becoming successful and doing everything, but you have to become accountable to yourself. The wholesalers that stay broke, the wholesalers that don't get results, the wholesalers that never, ever make a change in their life, they're never accountable. If you look at most broke people in entrepreneurship or just in any business in general, they have a lack of accountability to themselves. They cannot control their time. Their time is dictated by other people, by their clients, and all these other things. And so you must become accountable. This is the main reason why people spend $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on these coaching programs, because they want a little cheerleader on their side who's going to say, you did this? Okay, well, keep it up, buddy. And then you just keep going up from here. When the truth is, if you just become accountable to yourself, you don't have to pay 10 grand. You can use that 10 grand in marketing, actually get rich, actually become successful. But accountability is going to be the key here to your success. If you are not accountable, the only person you need to be accountable to is yourself. And if you're not accountable to yourself, you are going to stay broke. That's it. It's self-accountability. It's learning self-control. Because if you don't know how to control yourself after you make your $10,000, you're never going to have the self-control to keep marketing at 100K. And so I know every guru makes it seem like you need an accountability partner, and that's the thing you need to be successful at. That's not the truth. The real truth of why you need to become a successful wholesaler right now is because if you can stay accountable to yourself when you're scaling up your business, you can keep accountability and keep getting rich wholesaling houses. And that's the problem. I see a lot of wholesalers have this busy work mentality, and this is a broke mentality. And what I mean by the whole, I see this all the time, the busy work mentality. It's, there's people that are perpetually busy. I see it all the time, where even when they're don't have a job, they don't really do anything productive, they always find a way to read emails all day, watch TV, study something stupid, work out all day, every day. And like that they're just busy all day. If you ever met an unemployed person, they're very good at staying busy, right? It's always kind of funny. But a lot of wholesalers are like this, right? That they make their logos, they try to make their business plans. Like, we gotta I gotta get a picture from my profile, and I gotta do this, perfectly. And they're always busy. And at the end of the day, yeah, they worked 9-10 hours, but they never actually did anything with that. And so it's always funny that these wholesalers, they're always stupid busy. It drives me nuts. Okay. That these wholesalers will just stay busy. And they say, I've been working 9 hours a day, nonstop, man. And I'm like, okay, well, let's actually get some accountability in your life. What do you mean I've been working? And I kind of talked about this last week. And this is something that I've been trying to, bring to people's brains. But a lot of people, and this just, my brain doesn't work like this. And so it's hard for me to understand some other people that have this. But after talking to enough wholesalers, I've started to realize this. A lot of people, they operate in feelings and never in facts, and they don't know how to make that change. It's kind of sad. But like a lot of wholesalers, they'll do what they feel is right. They'll do what makes them feel like they're being productive. They'll do what makes them feel like, I feel like I worked hard today. I feel like I talked to enough sellers today. And when you operate off of what feels good, the numbers don't care. And I've always said, it's always like it's always the story of most, I'll use the flea story, for example, right? Because that's not as truth about how life works. They've done these studies with fleas, and fleas can jump like 15 feet in the air, or even crazier, and they're like this big, right? It's insane how far they can jump. But here's always the cool part. If you're a flea and you put a cup over the flea, and you did that for like a year straight, and the flea keeps trying to jump out the cup, but they can only jump 5 inches. When you take the cup off, the flea will never jump more than 5 inches because it thinks that's its limit and that's all it can do. And the flea has kids. That flea sees mama and papa not jumping more than 5 inches, and they think they can't do it, but they have the ability to go 15 feet in the air. They can only go 5 inches. The problem is it's all in your mind. Same thing with cold calling. I've literally had this problem before, where if you cold called 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, and that was your average for the week, and that's all you did is cold call 5 hours a day for 5 days a week, 25 hours a week of cold calling. And I told you, hey, you have to cold call 3 hours today. You're going to be like, oh, this is a breeze. Okay, fine, easy. Boom, 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 right? But the problem is, if I switch it to you and you're only used to cold calling 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, and I tell you to cold call 5 hours, you're going to be like, oh, I've been working so hard. Oh, this is so difficult, because you're used to only 1 hour. Your pain tolerance of cold calling is so low. And the problem is, a lot of people my age, I like using my age as an example because there's a lot of these people that are 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, and everything's kind of done with them for life, and they have to start working 8 hours on a regular job, which is tough work for most things, right? It's brutal. It's unbearable. It's the worst. And when they go into wholesaling and they expect it to be, it's not easier. Wholesaling's harder, because if you put 9 hours on wholesaling, cold calling, driving for talking to sellers, getting your teeth kicked in, and still not getting an easy salary, woo! Ain't easy. Ain't fun. Ain't good stuff at all. The problem is, if I was used to cold calling 1 hour and I had to do 3 hours, I'd feel like I worked so hard that day. But really, I just did a light day for the average guy doing 5 hours. And so the truth is, busy work will keep you broke, because you got to look at the numbers and see if those numbers actually produce results or not. For wholesaling.com, we teach you how to do it. Next part. This is a sad truth, but a lot of y'all are deathly afraid. And when I say deathly afraid, I mean it. Of talking to sellers on the phones. Is the fear of the phones, is the fear of talking to sellers, is the fear of all these things. So many wholesalers are so scared to have conversations with sellers. It's so sad that you guys are so scared to talk to sellers. And I'm not telling you specifically. There's some people watching this that know what I'm talking about. If you have a fear of talking to sellers, that's not good. But the only way to get over that is just by talking to sellers. And the only way you can break the fear of talking to sellers over the phone is by doing it. And your fear of talking to sellers has to be less great than your fear of being broke. So if the fear of being broke is greater than the fear of talking to a seller, you'll cold call the seller. But the problem is this matrix of, I'm more fearful of being broke, so I'll cold call and wholesale all day. It's easy. Guys, when you're broke and you are so sick of it, you're willing to do anything to get out of that, right? That's why people rob banks and all these crazy things. The problem is your fear of being broke, being in debt and all this crazy stuff has to be here, and your fear of talking to sellers has to be here, where it's like, wow, I fear this more, I'm going to stop doing this, right? And it's the example again of, I love my analogies, of if your hair is caught on fire and you're next to a ice bath. Most people have a fear of jumping in the ice bath because it's cold, it's chilly, it's tough. But if I light your hair on fire, you're going to say, wow, my fear of burning to death is a lot more than this nice ice bath. So I'm going to jump in the ice bath and save my hair, because everyone cares about their hair. And so the funny part is, did the fear of the ice bath go away? No, the fear of my hair burning was so great that I didn't care about the other thing anymore. That was me cold calling. You think I want to cold call? No, my fear of being broke and not being consistent and making money in wholesaling real estate was this fearful that the cold calling was nothing. That's it. It drives me crazy. But that is the truth that most wholesalers are scared to face right now. Face your fears and get rich. And again, we've said this a lot, but this is absolutely true. You have to be focused on money-making, producing activities. Like I've said with the people with the busy work and all these things, you guys are not focused on money-producing activities. And Rick's been really keen on this, but it's absolutely true. cold calling, marketing, talking to cash buyers, heck, talking to sellers, follow up. Like these are money producing activities. If you are not doing money producing activities, if you're making logos and networking and doing all this stupid stuff, you are outside the realm of things that are actually good. And so focus on money producing activities and don't focus on things that aren't producing you money. Once you start shifting your gears on this, a lot of stuff starts changing and you start becoming accountable to yourself. Now, I've been saying, 5 to 10 hours a week is probably where you want to be at for money producing activities. Because if you're putting at least 10 hours a week into things that are making you money in wholesaling, you should be on a good trajectory of getting unstuck. But the problem is most wholesalers are stuck being stuck because they're not doing money producing activities. And this is the thing you're focusing on. You're focusing on the things that aren't making you money. Focus on things that produce money and start doing more of that. That's the truth. And so you ought to ask yourself the numbers here. And, we're big on numbers here, but this is true. How many contracts, how many contacts, and how many offers am I making, right? So we didn't put contracts on here, but offers, accepted contracts, whatever you want to call it. But how many contacts and how many offers we're making in a week? And you guys love it when I do my one-on-ones because I literally ask the same questions every single time. It's like, how many contacts have you made? And how many offers have you made? And my favorite is when I get like I did 20. I'm like, okay, 20 calls. I'm like, oh boy. But you got to be accountable. Like if you're not making 100 contacts a week and you have the audacity to ask me why you're still broke, it's like you're just not working enough, right? What do they say? There's a big proverb. It's sleep is the cousin of death, right? Those Nas said that too, but it's somewhere in a proverb somewhere. King Solomon wrote that a long time ago. But sleep is the cousin of death, and sloth has always been an ancient sin for people, right? And the truth is, ever since old times, it's always been a thing. It's always been It's farming related. That like if early bird gets the worm, if you don't work hard, you're going to starve and die. The problem is that used to be the cool part. That used to be an actual real thing people said, because if you don't work hard, then you can't reap what you sow. And if you don't get the harvest, you are not going to eat. And if you don't eat, you're dead. And your family's dead. And that's all bad stuff, right? And kind of with the Industrial Revolution and the way life works and how we have air conditioning now and we have heaters now when it gets cold and we're all getting soft and everything. Men don't really go to too much war now, which is good. I definitely agree with that. But like a lot of people are getting softer. If you look at your great grandparents, if there was a famine, you're dead. Like if you can't grow your tomatoes and your livestock isn't producing a good bounty, you're dead. Crazy. Like if the soil pH is off in your backyard, you're dead, which is kind of scary to think, right? And so if there's a hurricane that hits you or something crazy or a tornado, you could just be dead like that, right? But the cool part is now we don't have to worry about that. And so people used to work a lot harder and they had a lot more stress in life. And your stress in life is nothing compared to this, right? People in villages thousands of years ago were worried the Mongols were going to go out here and just destroy everyone, right? And so this is what your great grandparents had to go through. It was fighting ancient times, fighting saber-toothed tigers and lions and spears and all these. And you come to me and say, oh, I'm struggling. Everything is so hard and difficult and bad. And literally 2,000 years ago, people were fighting tooth and nail for who's going to get the last piece of steak. And you're telling me life is hard? Get out of here with this. Like the Black Plague was 900 years ago. Like, guys, you don't understand how easy you have it. But the problem is you're conditioned to such an easy life. When it comes to actually doing something that's slightly inconvenient, y'all literally just melt. And so that's why it's so easy for wholesalers to become rich and successful right now, because the bar has never been lower for my generation. It's never been lower. If you're 19 years old, you want to get rich wholesaling, the bar has never been lower. The bar was so low when I got started wholesaling. It's like put bandit signs out every single week and consistently talk to sellers and cold call every day. Like that was the bar, because still, even back then, no one was willing to work hard. And so if one guy worked hard, boom, it's insane. And so that's the truth. That's like, you ever look why Kobe Bryant's so good, right? The bar for working hard was 2 to 3 hours of basketball training a day. And Kobe Bryant said, okay, I'm going to do 6 hours every day as a teenager. Like with his God-given ability, it's like those two things together. Oh, not even close. Larry Bird did the same thing. And so I think a lot of you guys just forget what hard work really is. And, if you ever have a family of immigrants, and that's why a lot of family of immigrants or people inside the United States that get into wholesaling do so well, is because they're used to it, right? So I always give a shout out to our biggest virtual wholesaling community members in South Africa, Nigeria, North Africa too, right? And a lot of Europe. These people, they'll just crush it because let's look at the average salary, the average salary in South Africa. The average salary in South Africa is says the median is about 27,000 ZAR per month, which should be around, let's do a ZAR conversion. Let's do a ZAR to USD. So South African Rand is going to be, if you're making about 27,000, it's about 1,500 a month. Okay. Average South African salary, times that by 12. Okay. 18 grand a year. And so here's the funny part. The average salary in South Africa is 18 grand a year. And I have wholesalers going out here making 100K a year in South Africa. Like they're used to making 18 grand, half in the United States, basically. And when they have an opportunity to make 18 grand on one wholesaling deal and make 100 grand in a year, they know hard work. They know it. And y'all are just so used to in the United States just being little lazy bums. And U.S. is the best country in the world. I've said that many times. But the funny part is sometimes it takes someone in a worse situation than you to say, oh, I don't have to go do this or that crazy work thing. I'll go out here and do it. No problem at all. That's always the funny part, it's just a lot of guys just need to get used to working hard again. I'm always trying to bring that back, but you have to, because the bar has never been lower to become successful in wholesaling. You just got to work hard. That's it. And so another issue here, and I'm trying to get the people that don't work hard. Now, if you're working hard, you're not becoming successful, right? We got to switch our plans out. We got to kind of look at some things. But a lot of you guys have this also issue of just being in the wrong market. I've seen this many times. I've seen people in the wrong plans, right? They're doing FSBOs, Zillows. They're not going through the free course. It's sad, but you got to do that, right? A lot of guys are in the wrong market too. And being in the wrong market is just clearly from not going through the course. Freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course, it's all in there. Freewholesaling.com. Boom, boom, boom. It's right in there. Teach you how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free. Now in there, you will literally watch me do some presentations on the right market for wholesaling. And I have 2 rules for the right market of wholesaling. Make sure the population is below, the median home price is below $500,000 and the population is above 100K for the county. That's it. So population over 100K for the county, median home price below $500,000. It's a great wholesaling deal. It's a great wholesaling market. You're good to go. The problem is a lot of you guys are just in the wrong market and you refuse to change it. Sad for me, but you got to make that change. And so what I want everyone today to really do and really kind of understand this is a lot of wholesalers, you have to create a mental reset. And what I mean by a mental reset is whatever guru trained you, whatever guru you spent 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 grand on, just flush it down the system. You wasted money. You paid the government its taxes, whatever, right? 50% of that goes to the sales guy who closed you, just being honest. You're paying charity here. And so you can pour that into more YouTube ads to try to extract more money from broke people and stuff like that. But create a mental reset. You got scammed by a broke person. What are you going to do? Like, you listen to me now. If you spent 15 grand just to find me on YouTube, that's probably a cheap price. And so, because I'm going to teach you for the rest of my life this, right? So create a mental reset. Once you can mentally reset your business, reset your mind of what you have to start doing, and just start a clean slate, then go from there, you'll be great to go. We have to just create a new plan. That's it. So start deciding what you want to do. I would say for most people trying to create a plan, this plan should produce, I would say, anywhere between 3 to 5 qualified offers a week. That's it. Try to make 3 to 5 qualified offers a week. That's it. And so what's a qualified offer? It's a seller that is qualified. So they pass the MCTP, they actually want to sell their property, they have some motivation, just make an offer, right? If you want to make a ton of money wholesaling, 3 to 5 qualified offers is all you need. And how do you get to that, right? You got to find people that actually want to sell their property. You got to do that. So the best way to do that right now is by marketing. And it all circles back to marketing. So marketing is the art of finding motivated sellers, people that want to sell their property for cash. And so you get a list, you get a channel. I wish I could give you this advanced marketing crazy system and write it all this and but it ain't there. Just being honest. It ain't there, bruh. Okay. Plan. Make something that's going to give you 3 to 5 qualified offers a week. I would say cold calling, texting, and reverse running for dollars is going to be the top 3 here. I would say digital bandit signs, right? But just the average bread and butter we've been doing, and don't get cute with it. No SEO, no PPC, none of that stupid stuff. Just stick to the things that have produced the most deals for the average wholesaler getting in this business. You'll be good to go. You know, your average guru that's saying you should do TV ads or something, they probably have 13 people that are successful with that. And I'm getting probably 12, 15 people a day, getting their first deal from wholesaling.com. So it's just telling you yeah, because you poured 13 testimonials out, doesn't mean that that's all they got. And so I would say most wholesalers, just the classic stuff's working because we're kind of going back to it, right? Everyone's used to spending 15 grand a month in these crazy marketing systems when it's not working anymore. Go to the stuff where the average wholesaler that's guru trained, you can whoop their butt. That's it. That's how you get this rich in this business. How you actually start making money and start doing well. That's how you do it. You want to get rich, start doing it. That is the plan. You have to start making plans or you plan to fail. On top of this, we got to put hours into money-making, producing activities. And so I'm challenging everyone watching this. Stop with your TikTok. Stop with your doom scrolling, just scrolling on the social media. Stop all that. Listen to people that are going to make you money. Listen to things that are actually producing results. Listen to people that actually want you to get rich. Listen to things that are actually going to make you feel better about yourself and all these things. Watching memes all day ain't going to get you money. Watching memes all day ain't going to get you out of your mom's basement. Actually making money and producing income-producing activities in wholesaling is going to do that. And so stop with the stupid stuff of social media and going through all this and the Netflix. We can cut most of it out, 95% of it, right? Send a meme to your sister, go do it. But stop with the stupid social media stuff. I feel like most people get caught in this trap. We got to get out of it. Just work and grind. I could not stress the importance when I had my beginnings in wholesaling of me kind of cutting out social media. I never posted on social media my first 2 years wholesaling, 17, 18, 19 years old. No, I didn't even have Instagram. I deleted it. I just get to work, boys. And that's what I did. No social media, no YouTube, none of this crazy stuff. And the reason why I shut down YouTube is there's no wholesaling YouTube content when I was starting out pretty much. So what's the point? But that was it. Maybe a movie once a week, if I'm lucky. But I didn't cut it out completely, obviously, but I cut about 95% of it off. And so just work and grind. That's all I can tell you to do. Because if you can cut out the noise, cut out the things that don't make you money and start producing some of that time into things that are actually going to make you money, I promise you'll make more money. Just work and grind. That is the point. Learn to say no too. I cannot stress this enough. You are going to be asked by friends, family members, all these things to go do this and this trip and all these crazy things. Learn to say no. Do the work. Be really good at saying no. And once you're able to say no, your yeses will be more powerful. And you don't have to go out clubbing every single week. You can go out clubbing once a month with your buddies. Go to the bar every other week or maybe once a week. But you don't have to hang out 3 or 4 times a day for 4 hours just shooting your stuff. Okay, you can use that for income producing activities for you to make money and you to get rich. That's it. On a Wednesday, I can ask my buddies, hey, you want to go jet skiing? And you know what they always tell me? No, I can't. I got a job. I got to work. And it's always funny because the same people when I was 18, they're like, oh, you want to go do this? I'm like, no, I'm working. And they're like, Zach, every time we ask you, you're working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Nope, yep. Doing my thing, doing my real estate thing. And not make fun of me, but like, it was like 3 years of a grind like that. But guess what? I can go jet skiing whenever I want now. And they can't. Like, hey, you want to go here? Oh, that's expensive. Duh, I can pay for it though, because I grind. I spent 3 years of my life for the next 7 years of my life. And a lot of people spend 3 or 4 years of their life in college, and they're honestly miserable still in there for the next 70, 50 years of working the job. It's sad. Learn to say no and do the work. It'll give you more results than you ever want. And the results, again, come from the work, not from the want. There's an unlimited amount of teenage men right now that want to get rich, right? There's basically, I don't know any teenage boy or guy growing up that doesn't want to get rich and doesn't want to be loaded. They all want it. But the truth is, are they going to work for it? Every wholesaler watching this, of course, wants to get rich. They want it, but are they actually going to do the work? So the results don't come from wanting it bad enough. It comes from actually doing the work. You could want it less, but work more and make more money. I've always used this example, but there was wholesalers that I destroyed when I was a teenager. Like I was making 240, 240 grand a year as a teenager still after high school. And I lived with my parents. I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and I had no bills, and I just invested the money, right? And I wanted to become a millionaire really bad, but like I was outpacing all these guys. And there's guys that had 2 kids and a wife and a mortgage and mouths to feed. And they theoretically on paper should want to provide for their family more than I just want to get rich. But I was willing to work more hours than them because I didn't have kids. I don't have kids right now still, but like I don't have all these obligations. So I was able to work 15, 16 hours and I ended up making more money than them. It's not like that I wanted to make more money than them. It's not like I needed to, right? I don't have 2 kids to feed, right? But I'm just willing to put more time in. And so a lot of people think it's the want, it's the work will always yield it up. And so again, one thing I would always ask you to do is, this is always a question I think wholesalers need to ask. It's one of the top sayings ever, but just start thinking about this. And I'm going to start asking wholesalers this when they give me stupid questions. What would Zach do? And what I mean by that is not saying that about me, but like, if you wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's so cozy in the bed. I'm going to sleep another hour. And you're broke. Like, what would I do? Think about that. Don't get creepy, but like, if I was able to look at you and you're just staying in bed like, oh, I'm so cold. When I say get your broke butt up and start making something of your life, or say, oh, it's okay. You're cold. Oh, stay warm. I know you're broke. We can spend an extra hour sleeping. We don't need to get rich. No. Nobody believed in you. So just prove them right. I swear, you guys got people that don't want you to succeed right now in life. Prove them right by staying broke and not doing what you have to do. You know how many people don't want me to succeed? You know how many people, me starting out, didn't want to actually see me become a millionaire? They'll never believed in me. But they all said they believed in me after I got rich, right? And the funny part about life is it's never about what you say, it's about what you do. And you just got to ask yourself that question. If you're feeling like a sorry bum with your life, what would I do? Think, what would Zach do? Would Zach go out here and complain about it? Or would he actually just see a problem and make a solution? That's what you have to start asking yourself. And I tell you, once you start framing your mindset like this, you'll start doing better. Like, so you're like, oh, the person said I can't get the water shut off list. Oh, I guess I should quit and complain on the internet. Oh, it's not good today. Oh, no. You think, wait, why do that? No. Okay, I get it. I see a problem. I make a solution for it. That is how you get rich. That's how you do it. So guys, if you got any value from this, make sure you go to my free wholesaling course. It's called freewholesaling.com, where I'll teach you how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free, step by step. So what I want to do is answer some questions you guys have about wholesaling real estate and see how I can help you out. All righty, so let's get into it and let's break this all down. So let's see what questions we got first, and then we'll do some one-on-ones too, obviously, and help everyone like this. So your chin, I think this is Eddie. We talked to Eddie on Sunday night, but Eddie said, how long do you plan on having the free wholesaling website up? Well, Eddie, if you don't know how to spell wholesaling, freewholesaling.com, right, we're having a problem. But I plan on having that website up for the next, as long as I can. Like, I mean, definitely as long as I'm alive and Rick alive, knock on wood. And then obviously with the millions and millions of dollars I have, and eventually whenever I die one day, I'll have more millions in rentals that'll produce enough passive income where I can tell my kids before I die, keep this website up. And then boom, man, hopefully, we can go from there. And I mean, I plan on my kids to start cold calling at age 4. If my kids, when their first word should be, "Are you interested in selling your property?" And if it's not, we got a problem, right? Those aren't my kids. So yeah, I plan on having the Free Wholesaling website up as long as I'm alive, and hopefully my family's alive, right? It's pretty simple, right? I mean, I make enough money where I can do that, right? I don't need to go beg for money from you guys. Just go from there. I mean, it does cost tens of thousands of dollars a month. But guess what? I don't care. Help the people out, makes change. Deck78 Boston says, "Hey Zach, big thank you to your new dad. I have my first wholesale under contract, which will bring a $70,000 dollar assignment fee. You guys' content is the absolute best wholesaling info on YouTube." Man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. Love seeing comments like that. I love seeing people actually going out here and doing well. Wow, $70,000. That you got to post that check in Wholesaling Houses for Real. That's a really cool one. Oh my gosh, that makes my day right there. I love seeing that stuff. The real deal. 3 deals from December 15th. Just left title for the last one. Big thank you. God first and Rick and Zach. I appreciate that. Yes, that order correctly. But what I'll tell you is I appreciate that, man. 3 deals, freewholesaling.com. It's all in there. And what I teach will show you how to do it. I'm telling you, the results speak for itself. Like, we help a lot of people out. I don't ask for testimony. It shows the truth. And so, like, you ever look, you ever go to our Facebook group? I love the Facebook group because people just get real. They post things. They show what's up. They show results. I want to give a quick shout out to some of y'all out here, and I actually want to do that. I used to do this a lot more. I probably should just keep doing this. But let's give a shout out to the people out here. First of all, shout out to our 128,000 member strong in Wholesaling Houses for Real, our Facebook group. So shout out to everyone there. Make sure you go to our Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses for Real. If you're not, you are definitely behind the 8 ball here. So let me put that in the comments so no one forgets to go join Wholesaling Houses for Real. But is that it? Let's make sure I posted that the right way. But let's give a shout out here. So we got Shane out here. Let's scroll. Shane says, made a post less than a year ago about probate template that Rick and Zach provide for free. And that deal has more than $30,000. And that deal was more than 30 grand. Now, once again, another deal from the same probate template. Same template, different name, different address. The formula works, period. Rick and Zach have literally changed my freaking life. Thank you. If you're not doing probate, start now, right now. Can't wait till y'all interview me. Shout out to Shane out here. Doing good. Shout out to Shane, my man out here. I love seeing stuff like this because these broke gurus can't even come close to getting something like that. You kidding me? If one wholesaling guru had one person like that, they'd throw that person on an ad every single day for 50 days straight. It's insane. I'm telling you, this is the stuff that actually gets results. Let's see what else we got here. We got also, FYI, I want to show everyone this. Someone asked, is this legit or not? I want you guys to really just understand this. If you get a message from me like this saying, I can't say these words on YouTube because I don't want to get scammed, but if I'm asking you for money, I'm asking about your age, I'm asking you to invest capital into an account, I'm promising passive, it's fake. I'm like, what do you think? Like, come on. Okay. Like, that. Do not believe that. All right. Like, I do not need to ask for your money. Okay. It's always so funny. Shout out to this. We got some drawing for dollars here. I want to give a shout out to Steven right here. Steven made $21,000 closing delay early this month. Shout out to Rick and Zach's program. Do all the work. Woo! Love to see that. So good stuff right there. get the results, get some people working hard here. I love going through if you're not going through the Facebook group, you're definitely missing out. Love seeing people posting checks, showing their wins, showing everything here. Shout out to Joel. First, Rick and Zach, thank you. More than 2 years ago, hearing your story, watching it. Importantly, your dad helped me out a lot. Blah, 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 blah. But again, he has netted over $1 million in the past year. That is crazy. Shout out to Joel there. $1 million learning from freewholesaling.com. Now, you guys, I can show you this. I go to freewholesaling.com. I can show you all these checks. And you'll literally go out here and say, oh, I'm broke. I can't. I got to pay a guru. And that's why these gurus are broke. They don't get any rich. They won't get you successful. Stuff's crazy. That's how you get rich. That's how you become successful. Aaron says, what's up, Aaron? Aaron says, what do you do when you don't believe you can do it? Have you had times when you deal with these kind of issues? Aaron, here's the truth. Everyone has doubts in their mind that they're not going to become successful. They're not doing it. And then there's times where you have no other choice and you have to make it work. And what I mean by that is I had a choice. Rick had a choice. We've all had these crossroads in our lives where it's like, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to have to make $60,000 a year as a grocery store manager and work 70 hours a week and scrub dookie off toilets. Or I can go all in and just put all my efforts and everything into this wholesaling thing. I had to make that decision for myself. And obviously I decided I'm going to, before I do this stupid grocery store thing, how about I dedicate my entire everything into this one thing? And if I die, when I die, at my deathbed, I can have zero regrets that I put all of my efforts, all my blood, sweat, and tears, and I put everything on the line. Everything. I gave my all to making sure that I was going to be successful with this thing. And if I failed, cold calling 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. If I failed at putting band signs out every 4 a.m. on Saturdays, Friday too. If I failed going out here and texting thousands of sellers a day, if I failed doing all this direct mail and I just kept working and never stopped, I could live with myself. But like I've said before, the bar is so low to become successful right now. If you just put your all into it, and guys, I put 15, 16 hours a day for 2-3 years straight. And it became so, it would be such a statistical probability. Be such a statistical probability of me becoming successful. It's like, this guy's putting 15-hour days in for 3 years straight in wholesaling. It's like, it would almost be impossible for me not to become successful. And so it's not that I believe you can do it. It's just like, do you believe you can drive from California to LA? Sorry, if you can drive from California to New York City, if you have enough gas, do you believe you can do it? Yeah, I believe I can do it. Do you believe you can tie your shoes? Like, I mean, if I just did it, I can do it. And that's what this wholesaling business is. And so, yeah, I've always come up with these issues, but the cool part about this is, like, if you just put the work in, like, you will become successful. Like, it's never that. It's just it's the giving up. Like in wholesaling, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and it's 26.2 miles. So yeah, you might run 4 miles and feel like you want to give up, but if you just keep moving forward, it might take 2 or 3 years. You'll get there. You just got to keep it up. Be in the right market, learn the stuff at freewholesaling.com. You'll become a successful wholesaler. You probably see a lot of wholesalers giving up. I see a lot of wholesalers quitting on their dreams. It's sad. And so another cool announcement too, at flipwithrick Plus. So I do want to let everybody know we're doing some cool JV deals. So we're getting stuff done. We're getting some money. I love to see it. If you do have a JV deal and you do want to send it to me, make sure you go to sellmypaper.com. Let me put the link in for everyone. Just go to sellmypaper.com and you can send me a JV deal. I am actively looking for deals all over the country. Let me show you our map right here. It is sellmypaper.com. And the reason why I'm trying to push this is, first of all, I want to do thousands of wholesaling deals in 2024. That's obviously number one. So I can flex on a broke wholesaling guru. But be the top wholesaler in the country. That'd be kind of gangster to do. But on top of that too, these are all the markets we're doing right now. So shout out to everyone in these blue. Send me a deal there. All you do is click right here, the submit button, and you can submit a deal. You go flip there, it's all right up in there. But basically, you just go here and you go in the blue, and you should be all good and successful with that. But another point here is once you send me a successful JV deal, which we got some awesome people doing that, you'll be able to go and meet me live for a Flip with Rick Plus event. And so we just got the contract signed today for April. So I'll announce it on Thursday on here. I'll tell everyone to Flip the Rick Plus tonight on there. But if you send me a JV deal and we complete the deal, you will join Flip with Rick Plus for free. So it's like Disney Plus, right? You got Disney, you got Disney Plus, right? Where you can get extended live streams. So literally this live stream we have today, we extend it another hour inside of there because I just can't get to everyone. Answer questions, like you can DM me, but also you get 2 live events you get for free when you join Flip with Rick Plus. And a lot of people have been asking me, how do I join these free events and everything like that? Either you join Flip with Rick Plus and you can pay just to get in now, or you can just give me a JV deal and you get it for free. You have a free option, a paid option. Cool part, if you pay for it, you send me a deal, I'll just reimburse whatever it is. But I can't do that for free. But obviously what I want is you to kind of be forced. I don't know how to say that the right way. I want you to kind of be forced to send me JV deals. And so I made Flip with Rick Plus so I can get more JV deals because I want to do 2, 3, 4, 5,000 deals a year. And the best way to do it is create live events and all this. I don't do live events because it's like, oh, I need to, right? I do it because it pushes people to send me JV deals. It's amazing, right? And so like, for example, here, let's kind of show, let's go on the channel here, right? And so if you want to, like, if you go on the YouTube channel here, right, all you have to do is, let's go here. So like, this is our live event we had. This was last April. Oh, we got an ad today. All right, let's skip this ad. I always get ads. I don't know why I get ads. Okay. So, this is the Zach Ginn channel, so I don't have the premium on that one. All right. But basically, this was our live event we had in Stuart, Florida. So not crazy, not nutty. But yeah, this was our live event we had. So it was pretty gangster, right? You send me these people on here, some of them paid to get in, but also a good amount of them sent me JV deals and they're able to join absolutely for free. And so a lot of people doing deals, pretty gangster out here. And so pretty cool. We have the place on the water right there. So not a cheap place to have it, but it's pretty cool. We got all these awesome people on here, but they were able to just kind of talk to us, hang out with us for a while, for 2 days straight there. And we're having another one in April. So it's pretty exciting. And it's going to be in Texas. So flipwithrickplus.com to see me. You actually physically see me live. But send me a JV deal, guys. Like just, so the reason why I'm saying it's in April now is that gives you 3 months to send me a JV deal at sellmypaper.com. And then once you send me a JV deal, you get to see me for free and be like, wow, Zach, you pay for all this? Yeah, just to see me for free and I can help you out in your business. Absolutely awesome. So shout out to those people out here doing that. But again, if you do want to go just talk to me one-on-one right now, you just go to Wholesaling Hustles for Real. And let me show you how to do that really quick. Join the Facebook group right here. I have it pinned, featured right here. You click this, click the StreamYard link, boom. You'll be able to talk to me absolutely for free one-on-one. So first person we got is Jesse. What is up, man?
Hey.
How's it going?
What's up?
Hi, Jesse. How can I help you out?
I don't think I asked a question. I was just watching the live.
Oh, okay. No worries, Jesse. Have a good one. All right. If you have a question, you can join the one-on-ones. If you're on the one-on-ones, just to look at my face. That's okay too. We'll see. JD, are you here just to look at me?
No
question. Okay.
Hi, Zach.
Cool.
How are you?
I'm just kidding, man. How are you, man?
Good. Thank you. So I have some questions about just one question about bandit signs. So right now I'm posting them consistently, but they keep getting taken down. I was wondering how
digital bandit signs or regular bandit signs?
Digital bandit signs.
Okay. Craigslist or Facebook?
Craigslist.
Okay. And is it from a keyword?
A keyword?
Like, usually you get banned from using keywords. or you get reported.
Like
So I'm
what
trying to
kind?
think. So like if you say we buy houses cash, sometimes buy house cash gets flagged.
I
And
see.
so the reason the digital bandit signs, what I say to do in the course is try to make a bunch of variations. And you're going to find you post 50 of them, 5 of them might stay up. And you'd be like, wow, why did these 5 stay up? And you kind of analyze it and be like, okay, because I didn't use this word. And you just do
Oh,
more of that.
okay.
You got to see remember, there's every Craigslist is like different for every market. But I always do a bunch of variations. That's why I say post every single day, because you have 365 tests and see which one of those work really well.
Right. Okay. Because I did we buy houses cash, so I'm gonna try different things.
Yeah, and like you just gotta get creative. You seem like a smart dude, and so all you have to do is like, hey, I'm trying to acquire 2 more properties. Me and my partner, or just something stupid, right? Don't say we buy houses cash. Just write, hey, me and my partner are looking to acquire 2 more property, and we're looking to purchase it. If you are looking to potentially want to dispose of your home, let us know, and you should be good. The thing is, buy is probably going to be the keyword here because people are looking to sell your home, right? That's keyword sensitive stuff, right? You just got to test things out and see what pops and what doesn't.
Okay.
The problem is we buy houses cash kind of works in some markets and doesn't work in other ones.
Right. And I'm pulling the probates right now, but I'm having some objections, and I wanted to ask how to handle those.
Okay.
So one objection is that they don't have it in a list, and I have to go in person, but I'm doing it virtually.
Okay.
And I was wondering how I could get it over the phone when they say they don't have a list of the probates.
Okay. Do they have public records?
They have a public. I don't. I think they have a public records request. I haven't done it, but I would rather do it over
I
the
would
phone.
try to do that first. Also, ask them if they have court dockets first and foremost. They're going to say yes, we have court dockets. A court docket is basically a schedule of all the court proceedings that have to happen for the day, and they put information on there. And so the cool part is going to be like the estate of John Sanders, and it's going to say case probate, and it's a docket.
Okay.
Simple, right?
Right.
And so I would try to get the court dockets. It's kind of a kind of loop around, but yeah, I'd probably do that.
And I have one more thing. So how do you know when something is not working or when something is working?
I mean, I know when something's working when it's producing like leads and results. And so, for example, if I'm going out here and I put 200 sticky notes on pre-foreclosure doors and I get no reaction and I get no callbacks, and that's probably not working, right? But if I cold call 200 probates and I get 3 motivated sellers and 2 appointments, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, okay, so I look at things working as if it produces offers and contacts for me, first and foremost.
Right. And when it's not working?
I just go to the next thing. Like the whole thing is all about testing, man. Like I tell you this, and I've tried every single type of list under the book. Government lists have been always the ones that produce really good results, right? Like I've tried mechanics liens, like any type of thing that might have a motivated seller. I've tried it out, but I found a consistent few, like 15, 20 lists that work the absolute best. And so, for example, I tested out digital bandit signs, but with AI, it was hard to do. AI came out, I tested it out, got deals, got motivated sellers. I'm like, well, it works. Just do it, right? So it's all about testing things out.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Zach.
Appreciate it, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Awesome. Like to see it. Marco, what is up?
Hey, Zach, how you doing?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Good, just salting these roads. That's about it.
I like it, dude. Make sure you're safe driving, but I can't answer any questions you got.
You know. So listen, so it's been quite of a journey for me. You know, I still haven't gotten my first deal, and you know, it's pretty much been all on me. I was listening to the video that your dad did yesterday on motivation and discipline, and I'm really wanted to get back to it. I had gotten some code violations. I have some fire damage properties. The only thing that I'm kind of having struggle is getting the right schedule. I'll cold call one day, I'll reverse drive for dollars another day, but for whatever reason, I feel like I'm not getting the most out of my time. So right now I'm working Monday through Friday from 7 to 3, and usually after 3 o'clock I'll do 2 hours of reverse drive for dollars. And then on Saturday, Sunday, I'll go ahead and I'll cold call. So what's the best way I can manage my time to where I'm efficient and I'm getting stuff done?
I mean, so how many reverse trying for dollars, like hours are you putting into it?
Like 2 hours, really, from 3 to 5.
A day?
Yeah, from Monday through Friday.
That should be plenty, man. I mean, so that's 10 hours of income producing activities, right? You're cold calling this. How long have you been doing this schedule for?
Just this past week.
So it's just a week, man, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a slow process, man, right? It's like gaining muscle or losing weight, right? It ain't gonna happen in a week, right? But you do it every day for like 4 months, you're gonna see crazy results. So I just want you, what I want you to do is kind of, for the past week, you know how many sticky notes you put out?
I put 50, right?
Okay.
Yeah, 50. Only because I'm still trying to get my way around the town. I mean, I'm doing it in my hometown, and I'm trying to, find an app where I could go ahead and, put, like, say 20 addresses, and I could go ahead and just hit them all at once and make it more efficient. That's the only reason why I'm, like, doing, like, 2 hours after work.
I get it, man. I totally get it. What I would say is dmzach.com is the best one for that.
Okay.
And you can upload stuff, but you go to wholesaling.com, it's all kind of talked about there. Now, what city is this?
This is in Indiana, in Maryville.
Maryville. Have I done a deal in Maryville? I'll have to go look. Let's look. Maryville is going to be in Lake County, right?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, you got Scary Gary north of you. Outside of that, you should be good. I don't talk about. I call it Scary Gary because, dude, it's my lord, man. Have you ever been to Gary, Indiana?
Yeah, and you know what? There's some diamond in the roughs there, man. There's some good areas, but I personally have not tried to get any leads from Gary.
Yeah, I honestly, I would avoid Gary. There's some areas in Gary that are great, but I just, yeah, you get it. But like, I would say you stay away from like decent parts where buyers want to buy. I think it would be good, right? So I think you're in a decent area, not like insane, but not bad, man. Like saturation is probably not an insane issue where you're at, which is good. So I think we're good here. Let's go back here to Lake County, Indiana, right? I mean, it's a pretty big county though. Like that is always your issue. But I think Maryville, Liverpool, Hobart, Highland, Griffith, I think you stay good. I think you'll be fine there, man. Even some East Chicago, right? If you got some sellers there, and even I've heard good things in what was that? How do you say it? Whiting, right?
White.
But like, I mean, not crazy Hobart, right? As long as you're not like in a rough area, man. New Chicago, I think you should be good, dude. I think this is a good area, man. I think you do well.
Yeah, I'm still trying to pull lists from East Chicago, but I've already gotten lists from Griffith and Hobart, and that's what I've been working on. And then since I work for the town, we literally just drive around the town. So there's my driving for dollars, and I'll go ahead and I'll reverse drive for dollars on that list.
Yeah, it is harder in the winter. I will tell you this. And so one thing I will tell you is it's hard to go look like a snow, like especially a snowstorm or something crazy like that. It's harder, man. I get it. I'm a Florida guy, but like I go up north during the winter sometimes, right? And like I see it, right? And I'm like, well, why is everyone not driving for dollars here? And I'm like, okay, I get it. The one thing you can look at is reverse engineering the government lists. And so, like for example, even the winter people don't pay their mortgage. That's a pre-foreclosure right there. So you can get I mean, you already had this in your mind, dude. Like you're already thinking like me, so you're gonna do well. But you're already thinking like, how do I get a list and just go to those houses, right? Pre-foreclosures. Like that's one of my favorite ones. Slap sticky notes on those things. I'd start doing stuff like that and start getting like government type lists, so code violations, which can be a little more difficult to do, but there still are code violations. Pre-foreclosures is going to be a good one, right? water shut-off list. If you can get these type of things, I think it would be good. So I think Marco cut out there. Nope, he's
Yeah,
back.
sorry, I cut out. Sorry, I'm back.
You're good, man. But yeah, I think reverse drawing for dollars, any type of government list you can get, is gonna be good, man.
That's another thing too, because I've been through it. I've been through freewholesaling.com. I need a refresher on it.
No
But
big deal.
with the pre-foreclosures, we're at the court, or like say Lake County. Who do I have to talk to? Is it the clerk treasurer, or is it the clerk of the court?
So it's going to be the clerk of the court,
Okay.
and you're going to go to court records, and there should be something called list pendants,
List pendant.
notice of default, or notice of foreclosure. I've seen it done a lot of different things, but you can also go to public records online and find that too. So it should be on there. I would love to just screen share and show you, but the YouTube video will get banned. So the way I do it though is it's true. So I'm going to search this off the record, so I can't record. It's no screen share, but like I look up Lake County, Indiana public records, and I kind of go here to there's the official county website. It brings here. There is a GIS, but that's not going to help you out at all. Just playing around here. There's some stuff here. So right here, mycase.in.gov. You can search court cases from there.
Okay.
And I can go by probate, click probate, and go from there. It's pretty cool. Actually, the site, I don't want to screen share this. You can go off of name. You can go off of attorney. But I would go off of case. It might ask you for the case number. So you might have to go under the advanced search options. And then I'd just go by file date and then go from there. And so let me just test this one out. 10/10/2024 till today's date. Let's do this. And I'm going to go off of only probates. So it's going to want a name off of this. And so I can go off attorney and then go from there, or the number on there. But there's some case searching we can do, public record stuff like that. So I think you should be good, man.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that tonight then.
All right, man. We'll get to work. You know what you got to do.
Yep. Thank you so much, Zach.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You as well. Bye.
Awesome. Let's see here. Antony says, "Hey, I've been questioned about my British accent by a seller. And I live in the UK. What do I say to the seller, and how do I explain? And thanks for the help." So it's always funny. People question the accents because like what the United States just immigrants are everywhere. So it's just like, it's funny. It's like, I'm used to this in Florida where like everybody has either a French accent, right? From, you call it a Creole accent, right? It's French in my eyes. But like, they have a Creole accent, right? A lot of people from Haiti come here. A lot of people kind of, they're used to speaking patois in Jamaica, right? We got a lot of people that are just from Cuba, South America, Central America, right? They'll have like a Spanish accent, right? Like it's kind of like I'm used to it, right? But the thing is, some people in other places, like they hear someone with an accent, they're like, "What?" Because they're just where they're at in the United States. It's like that's not a normal thing, right? And so someone questions your British accent. It's like, well, is it illegal to have a British accent in the United States? Like I'd literally just say that. Like, is it illegal to have an accent? It's just so funny. Yes, I was born in Bristol, United Kingdom. And is the one thing I always say, it's the same thing with age. It's like, is my accent going to affect me buying your house? No. Then that's where we have to talk about, right? Don't have your accent catch you on it. Like it's a stupid one. Don't even worry about that. I would say this. One thing about accents that are cool is because most accents show that you know another language. But the sad part is British people don't even know how to speak English. So it's sad. But no, I mean they invented the language, but it's just funny. Riss?
Hi, Zach. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how do I say your name?
Rich. Yeah, you had it right.
Riss? All right. How are you today?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Every day above ground is an amazing day. So,
yes, sir. All right. So I have a little bit of a situation going on that I just wanted to talk to you about and get kind of what you would do if you were in this area, kind of.
Okay.
So I'm virtual because my local market is in Illinois, and the first thing when I watched you guys' course, I saw that like as a beginner, you should
Yeah,
just start looking for virtual.
I agree.
So I started jumping in like more of a dive around March 1st in 2023, and so that's when I first got your driving for dollars app deal machine. So I started then, and from March 1st, 2023 to May 31st, 2023, I was able to get like 2,100 leads in my HUD. The only issue with that is I sat on them. So now my concern is that those leads are more dead because when I go back through my data through Deal Machine, I know all of their data isn't like updated, but like when it comes to them being sold in less than a year ago, there's 115 that were sold in less than a year ago. 18 of those were from I right now I'm virtually driving in Huntsville and Indianapolis. So 18 of those were from Huntsville, 97 were in Indianapolis. And then when it comes to like being more qualified, you could say, so greater than 4 years, there's about 1,400 that have that date in, and 530 are from Huntsville and 890 are from Indianapolis. And right now I'm just kind of like looking at my numbers and everything and trying to figure out, okay, if I have 2,100 leads that I had from the March 1st to May 31st, right now in the HUD I have 3,500, so that's about an extra 1,400 that are more recent. Should I just bail out on those 2,100 that I had from them, seeing that they've had like updates in their addresses and everything? So obviously, like there were some that were sold and had the deals going through, or should I just focus more on what I've gotten now throughout the last month or two?
I would get rid of those old leads and do the ones that you just recently have done. May's just too old.
Yeah, okay, that's what
That's the problem.
I figured.
Yeah.
Okay, and
All right,
then
but you gotta get the fresh stuff.
no, yeah, I
You
totally
need more
agree.
money you can make, and you're not the type of person that wants to work 15 hours a day wholesaling. And we have to get what's most effective for you. And so old leads
Yes.
probably not. I mean, you could probably text them, but like, I mean, unless you have dmzac.com, you just get their phone numbers like that. I don't want wasting your time on leads that are imperfect. And so, yeah, I go from there. Do you still have Deal Machine, or is it just old?
Oh yes, I'm using Deal Machine. Virtual driving for dollars is my main thing that I'm doing right now. Like I said, in Huntsville and Indianapolis.
So you should be texting all these people because dmzac.com, you got the skip tracing. So you can click the button, just copy the phone number, even if you're over your 10,000. And so you basically have unlimited numbers for you to get these people's numbers. And so you should have zero excuse. You should strive for dollars and then cold call the same day
Okay,
because it doesn't cost you any more money.
exactly. And then I also know that I am looking into the Zach dialer because I wanted to be able to get that, and it's within budget and everything. But with me being in the two separate markets, would I which market would I put my number in?
How many virtual drawing for dollars leads do you get? Like, do you
Am
do
I
a week?
a week? About right now, I'm at about 600 a week.
600. I mean, you don't even need a dialer at 600. I mean, you could if you want. But you can do that from just calling yourself if you want. Now, if you want more time, then sure, invest in a dialer. But I mean, when you were pulling all these leads, how many calls were you making a week?
That's the issue. I didn't make the calls. I just sat,
Like a
got the
dialer's not gonna make you call people. A lot of people want to invest. Like trust me, I tell everyone ZachDialer.com, the best, right? But like, if you're not gonna you need to just use your personal cell phone first and just prove to yourself that you can cold call every day. Create that habit and then get into it.
Okay, absolutely.
And so dmzac.com's get the skip tracing. So there's no excuse. It's not a money thing. So just get the drawing for dollars, get the phone number, and call them the same day. Your problem is you love pulling the list, but when it comes to actually the end part, you're not doing it. And so I'll say every 100 you do, you need to cold call 100. 50-50. So every 100 virtual drawing for dollars you do, cold call the other 50 for the same day. That's all you got to do.
Sounds good. And I just had one more question about, since I am in the Illinois market, when it comes to reverse driving for dollars, I was going to look into doing that on the weekends, but I just wanted to see if in your head if you thought that was more of a waste right now since I am starting out.
Say that one more time. You cut out there.
Since I am in Illinois, and I'm doing a virtual market, but I also wanted to see if you thought it'd be beneficial for me to do reverse driving for dollars on the weekends. So I just wanted information on that.
Not Illinois, no. I'd say
Okay,
no.
sounds great.
All right. Keep it up. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. No worries. And then Aaron says, how do I hop on these calls? You got to go to Wholesaling Houses for Real, my free Facebook group. It's pinned on there like I showed on there. Rewatch this live stream if you want. I show you exactly how to do it. Just go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. It's pinned on the top. That's how you join it. So guys, if you are stuck, you have to make a change. You have to go actually out here and make a plan and become successful, guys. Either you get rich or somebody else gets rich. Guys, if you got any value from this, go to freewholesaling.com. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.